Shalom everybody, Shavua Tov, welcome back. We are continuing with where we left off and Rav Noson's discourse Likutey Halakhot, section Orach Chaim, the laws of giving thanks, thanksgiving, Birkat Hoda'ah, discourse number 6, which is based on again Likutey Moharan lesson 24. We are now again in the 10th section of paragraph number 25, Bezrat Hashem. We're continuing with where we left off by Yaakov Avinu. We're going into the deeper understanding of Yaakov Avinu forcing the angel of Esav to also bless him. Rashi's wordings is that he wants the angel of Esav to hodeh, to admit, to recognize the blessings that he got from his father Yitzchak being the firstborn, because he bought rightfully the birthright, the firstborn birthright from Esav. So he wanted the angel of Esav, his name is Samael. We don't say his name. He's the actual essence of the Yetzer Hara, this angel of Esav, to agree to the blessings. Now Rav Noson, like we saw, is trying to fill in the blanks. He's going a step deeper. Why? Why is it so important for you, Yaakov, to get also the bracha from Esav's angel? In other words, for him to agree to the bracha. You got the brachas already from Yitzchak. What do you need the angel? So we went into how Rabbi Nachman teaches that it's a bigger stage. It's more important to have the essence of sadness, what causes sadness, which is the angel of Esav, to himself turn into joy. Because what's happening in life due to the angel of Esav is that we have times in life that we're happy. There are times that are meant to be joyous. On a daily basis, Rav Noson shows us that this is the time for Alot HaShachar. Alot HaShachar, dawn, the earliest part of the day, when the day begins, is a happy time for the Jewish people as a whole. Not everyone is doing it, but as a whole it is meant as a time for happiness, and that Jewish people, normal, functioning, observant, God-fearing Jews, get up before that time, around that time, and go to pray the morning prayer. And there's a lot of happy devotions at that time. There's waking up, of course, going to shul, there's putting on the talit, putting on the tefillin, and with the donning the talit and tefillin, saying the morning prayers, which the majority of the words are happy, are praising God, thanking God, all the goodness. It talks about just good stuff, the morning prayers. That's the bulk of the prayer services, and it's a set time of joy. Okay, fine. But the rest of the day, a person goes through their crazy challenges. If it's work, if it's at home, if it's with financial issues, health issues, children, this, that. And unfortunately, the majority of the day, the angel of Esav has the upper hand in making us feel down and sad. So even though we were happy in the morning technically, but he, the angel of Esav, is happy doing his job, that the majority of the time of Jewish people is spent fretting and worrying and being sad and depressed. That is hinted to, like we said earlier, in the angel of Esav hitting Yaakov in his sciatic nerve, in the thigh, to show that the generations who are the bottom of Yaakov, which is us, the last generations before Mashiach comes, he successfully is able to induce sadness. Now Yaakov is against that. Yaakov says, you can't now, when the Jewish people are happy in the morning, you take off. You, the angel, want to go up to praise Hashem and to sing, because that's your mission. And my children are down below. And you take off, and then you come back to us, my descendants, when they're going through their daily struggles. That's when you come. No, I want you against your will. That was the whole ordeal between Yaakov and the angel, is that he's forcing him not to go up and to take off when the Jewish people are happy anyways, to keep him there, because like Rabbi Nachman teaches in this lesson, that we have to turn the sadness into happiness, not to let it sit on the side. Because the angel, fine, he goes up to sing to Hashem, to be happy, but in our perspective, he's sad. So now Yaakov says, no, I'm not letting you take off. I'm going to keep you down here and turn you into simcha. So now Rav Nosson is going to show us now how simcha and bracha, blessing, is synonymous. And more than this, the essence of simcha is when you transform sadness into happiness. And that's what Yaakov was after. The angel of Esav represents, by our perspective, sadness and depression, because that's what his whole job is, to try to induce us with that. And Yaakov wants him to bless us, meaning to transform him, for us, in our perspective, to joy. So at this point, after we just giving a recap of what we said in the last class, at this point, Rav Nosson is going to show us why blessing and joy is synonymous. What comes out from this on a practical level is you have people who go to rabbis, who go to tzaddikim, they say, give me a bracha blessing that I should have shidduchim, that I should get married, that I should have a healing, that there should be shalom bayit, that there should be this, that. People have all these requests. Rav Nosson is showing here that the first and foremost request a person should have, the main blessing, is joy. When someone comes for a blessing, the first thing we should bless them with is you should be happy. Because the reason why you're having all these difficulties in life is because you're not happy. The reason why there's an opening to make you problematic in health issues and marriage issues and financial, all this is rooted in that you are not happy. And you can say, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, but it's stagnant happiness. Stagnant happiness automatically falls to the side of depression. Happiness, you have to keep on pushing it in order to be happy. You have to do something happy in order to give a momentum and a continuity to the simcha. As soon as you stop chas v'shalom, it automatically goes into the domain of sadness and depression. Person who's neutral can't stay neutral. He's not doing jokes and happy things. I'm okay. A certain person that says like that, I'm okay, and then eventually falls into sadness, and the sadness is reflected in all the deficiencies and difficulties. And he thinks, give me a bracha for A, B, C, D, but the real solution is give that person a bracha for simcha. If you have simcha, you have everything else. Simcha is the key for everything else. So now Yaakov Avinu knew that. It wasn't enough that Yitzchak gave him the blessings. Why? So long as the angel of Esav is not on board with the blessings, and he's the epitome of sadness, and he's not blessing me, which means not turning into simcha, to bless us, Yaakov is saying, to bless me and my descendants from you, the Mr. Sadness and Depression, Esav, angel, to turn you into sadness. This is the main thing. I have all these blessings from Yitzchak, but there's no going and actualizing them unless there's the blessing of simcha. And the blessing of simcha is specifically from you, the angel of Esav, turning you, the epitome of sadness and depression, towards us into joy. So now Rav Nosson is going to show proof, text of this idea. So we're going to continue where we left off. Okay? This is again Likutey Halakhot. She said like this. We're just like in the recap, just a few lines. Lochen hadavar. Yaakov was like trying to say to the angel of Esav, no, I'm not gonna let you take off while my children are happy, and then you come back when they're sad. Okay, lochen hadavar. Ki ani tofescha be'al kochacha, because I, Yaakov, am grabbing you, the angel of Esav, against your will. That you want to take off when we're happy, the happy times of life, which also like the weddings, the bar mitzvahs, all the happy occasions, brit milah, and on a daily level, it's the morning time. That's the happiest time of the day for the Jewish people. You take off, no, we keep you here, and that you agree to the bracha, you agree to simcha, you turn into our simcha, okay? I'm grabbing you against your will. Ve'eni manichacha ki im berachtani, and I won't let you go unless and until you bless me. And like we said, quoting the Zohar last class from Tazria, the wording berachtani means that you're agreeing to the blessing which was blessed already. The blessings that I received already from Yitzchak, that now you are agreeing to them, that you are adding your blessing to it. And Rav Nosson explained, what does that mean? That you are turning into simcha. Watch. Shehi bechinat simcha. Blessings are the concept of simcha. Automatically, when we say a bracha, it's meant to include simcha. That's the main bracha, which also means you can have all types of blessings, technically money, health, this, but if there's no simcha with it, it's not a true blessing. Okay, a person also can have spiritual nachat, Torah study, emunah, davening, but if there's no simcha, it's lacking. It's not a true bracha. All true blessings are simcha. Rav Nosson is going to show us now how. She bechinat simcha. Ki kol habrachot hem bechinat Because all blessings come into the category of the verse. It's a verse from Proverbs, okay, chapter 10, verse 22. Birkat, it's an amazing verse, by the way. Birkat Hashem hi ta'ashir. The blessing of Hashem brings wealth. It makes a person wealthy. Velo yosif etzev ima. There's so many commentaries on this. Watch what we're going to say here. And it doesn't add any etzev. Etzev, the commentaries translate as toil and burden. And a blessing of Hashem, it brings wealth, and it doesn't come with a burden. It's not extra burdensome. But Rav Nosson is translating etzev literally. Etzev meaning sadness. Velo yosif etzev ima, and it doesn't add on sadness with it. So Rav Nosson is using this verse as a proof that bracha, meaning the blessing coming from Hashem, brings wealth, and also it's a wealth and a blessing that has no additional sadness attached to it. Lo yosif, it won't add. In other words, the opposite. It can only add the opposite of sadness, which is simcha. So this is Rav Nosson's proof that blessings, true blessing, which is from Hashem, bracha, brings wealth, and it also has no sadness with it. The commentaries, by the way, say amazing stuff on this verse from Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22. They say that, when you have Hashem on your side and giving a bracha, so you don't have to start going crazy for your parnasa and crazy for work. If now you have the blessing of Hashem, whatever it is turns to gold. You have ashirut of that, and you don't have to toil yourself. And when you don't have the blessing of Hashem in life, that's when you have to kill yourself and toil yourself to earn a parnasa. So a person should always be asking Hashem, give me the bracha. But now Rav Nosson's adding, the bracha of Hashem is simcha. Because like Pirkei Avot says, ethics of our fathers, Eizu Ashir, Hasamech Becheko. Who is someone who's wealthy? Someone who's happy for his portion. Meaning, when you train yourself, when things get difficult, and you train yourself to be happy, instead of saying, look at my life, it's so miserable, how do you expect me to be happy? I don't have this and this and that. And you stop that attitude because you're alive. If now you're dead, I can understand you saying there's nothing left. But you're still alive, you're still breathing. Yeah, but this, yeah, but that. But stop. You have minimum existence. Just for the minimum existence, already say thank you. And yeah, but look, I'm living a miserable life. Stop. That you're breathing, say thank you. Say thank you. And be happy. The reason why you're being smashed is in order to break your hardiness, to make you just calm, low, and appreciative. To appreciate what you do have. And from there, once you're happy, then Hashem sends openings. But until you're not happy with what you have, it becomes this difficult, this not working out. I just invested in a new business and it's not working out, and this and that. All the people always complaining, because they're not happy. So they think, I'll be happy once this is fulfilled. And he's saying, no, the opposite. The true bracha is simcha, and that opens the door for everything else. So this is Rav Nosson now is reading the verse. Birkat Hashem, the blessing of Hashem, it brings hi ta'ashir. It will make wealthy. And Rav Nosson saying, and the key to that is why it makes you wealthy. Velo yosif etzev ima, because the bracha of Hashem doesn't add to the depression. Doesn't bring with it additional etzev ima, sadness. So when that means the reason why Birkat Hashem is ta'ashir, the blessing of Hashem gives wealth, is because it doesn't add sadness. It only adds simcha. And that's the reason why there's ashirut. So we tell people when they're going through hard times, you're lacking simcha, my friend. And they think, but my simcha is dependent on this. It's just the exact opposite. The main bracha in life, Rav Nosson is saying, is simcha. That's why he is getting the angel of Esav to bless him. Because I want you, the angel of Esav, which you represent sadness and depression, to be transformed into our bracha, which is simcha. To turn you to admit to our blessings, meaning that you add simcha to us, and then the brachot that I got from Yitzchak retroactively have effect and have meaning. And that's how it is for everything in life. We tell someone who's going through a hard time, you need simcha, my friend. And they think, yeah, but my simcha is dependent. No. You got to ask for simcha from Hashem That's the starting part. In other words, simcha is not the result, it's the cause. It's the cause of the result, the cause of the effect. You have to tap into simcha. But it's dependent on no, you gotta now not make it dependent on physical necessities and physical things missing or things that are missing in life, whatever, even spiritual. You gotta go above it and connect to a happiness, not dependent on anything. The happiness of Hashem, the happiness of the Lord, right? To be happy with God. Simchu b'Hashem. The verse reads in Tehillim, Simchu b'Hashem v'gilu tzadikim. When you have joy in Hashem, just in Hashem, that you're connected to God, that you're the child of God, you were created by God, that's enough to bring you simcha. Gilu tzadikim. Tzadikim rejoice over this. They're not happy over the big house and all the beautiful children that came out and the grandchildren learning Torah and this and the good wife. They're not happy about that. They're happy is in Hashem. They went above everything else. Simchu b'Hashem v'gilu tzadikim. So here also, Rav Nosson is saying we have to transform the one who's trying to cause us to be sad and depressed, to turn him into simcha. And that's the main bracha in life. We'll continue visit Hashem with Rav Nosson develops his idea of why it's so important to having your enemies agree to you, which is what Yaakov did with the angel of Esav. Thank you for joining. And if you have any questions or whatever on what we spoke about, you can reach out to me by WhatsApp. PM only. Number is +1, an American number, 732-800-1863. Once again, +1 732-800-1863. Shalom and have an amazing week.